Hi YouTube. This feels so funny because I feel like we've all done this in our bedrooms and never posted it anywhere. Hi guys! This one I'm actually gonna post. Anyway, my name's Holly and I pretty much say yes to anything and everything. This has led to the craziest past couple of years. I went travelling by myself, went to 25 different countries within a year across 6 continents. I then came back to uni, carried on my degree, and whilst I was doing third year dentistry, I did my first half Ironman. I picked up triathlon as a completely new sport. I did my first half Ironman in Denmark, which was absolutely incredible. And I did a 550 kilometre bike packing trip across France in summer. I also hosted 3 group trips last year. So one to Costa Rica, one to a surf camp in Portugal, and one a wellbeing retreat in the Lake District, doing yoga and running and everything wholesome. But I think I'm having a bit of a quarter life crisis. Not in the way that most people do. I feel like most people's quarter life crisis comes with wanting to do like a new hobby or a new sport or a new adventure or something crazy. But mine is, can I learn to chill out? Like, this girl seriously needs to know when to say no. And I don't know about you, but like short form content, TikToks, Instagram, even carousel posts, they're just absolutely exhausting. What you have to do these days to come across impressive or interesting is just ridiculous. And it's exhausting to try and keep up with that kind of content, but also it's exhausting looking at it because you're literally going on your Instagram and you're like, wow, they've done an ultra, that's incredible. Wow, they've done an Ironman, that's incredible. But these aren't achievable things on a day-to-day basis, and I've always said I want my social media to be a place that is relatable. I am never going to be a content creator full-time, and I don't want to be, because I have since year 8, since I was 14 years old, wanted to be a dentist. I've done work experience, I worked my butt off in school to be where I am today. So 4 years into a degree, I'm not just going to turn around and go, oh, actually, let me just go do social media for a living. No, it's not going to happen. I have always done all of these crazy sporting or like travel alongside pursuing my dream career. I would love to basically just document my life. I want to include more of my career, of what studying looks like in dentistry. If I follow someone on Instagram and they have a job outside of that, I want to know what they do. I want to know what their relationships are like, what their friends are like. So I guess that's what this is. This is me documenting the slower aspect, showing you actually what I'm passionate about day to day, how my days look, how I do some of these crazy things alongside a full-time degree. I want to document things like navigating getting my period back after 5 years, and the fact that this is the last year that I'm living with my best friends at university, because where I took a year out, they all graduate at the end of this year, and it makes me so upset to even think about. I'm going to watch these videos back for the rest of my life and remember exactly how it felt to all live together in one big mouldy student house. I've got more time this year because I'm not training for any kind of Ironman. I'm doing a couple of half marathons, but where I've built the basis of my fitness before, it's not like I'm having to train 7 or 8 times a week anymore. That means more time baking, watching films. Also, I am in student accommodation. This is not going to be glamorous. Like, my room, she's cute because I've made her cute. We chose this house based on the rooms. Let me just give you a lowdown. 5 girls that live here, 1 bathroom, 1 toilet, and a kitchen in the basement with no window, completely dark, mould, obviously, pretty standard. But I don't know if you know about Bristol rent, but it is just astronomical, more than London these days. So we're working with what we've got. Nothing's going to be aesthetic, but it's going to be such good vibes. And I know that weirdly, one day I am actually going to look back and and miss living in this house. Like, even though right now all I can dream of is having a nice clean home with a bright lounge and lots of natural light, but I will miss living here. I literally forget that half the people I watch, one, do it as a full-time job, but two, they are so much older than me. I'm constantly comparing myself and my house and my life and my amount of money and my clothes to people who are 27, 25. I am 22 years old. I am living off of a student loan that will haunt me for the rest of my life. And this account, hopefully, will show a journey from this life at 22 in a student house that's not that nice to me having my own nice house in the future. And I just think that'd be a really cool thing to watch back. And I hope it entertains some of you along the way. This all sounds really thought out, but I actually had this thought yesterday. It's now Monday and Amazon Prime to the rescue. I primed a camera and we're here. Cheers to a new chapter. Cheers to capturing so many happy memories between the crazy events. I figured for the first week I'm gonna give the whole weekly vlog a go. To get ready for a load of lectures, quite a bit of training, but also some wholesome in there. Guys, this is what you get for £800 a month in Bristol. Look at that. Oh wait, no, it gets better. Our entire bathroom door is off the hinge because of mould and a leak. I say basement, like this is the entrance to our kitchen. So it's actually a city uni, but it really feels like a campus, especially on this bit. I adore all the buildings in Bristol. Like, Bristol's basically the Bath kind of vibe and building architecture, but just a little bit more colourful. Perfect for me. Today I need to go and post some vintage parcels and do a food shop.
Looking for something?
No, thanks. I don't know what's going on, but like it's hotter now than it has been all summer and the weather can stay. Vintage parcels done, food shop done, only £15. I can't be the only one that does this, but last year I literally found I had no time to like do my washing, clean my room, basically all of the really simple adulting stuff, because I would pretty much back to back colour code coordinate my crazy calendar. And it didn't account for just life, if that makes sense. So this year, I'm kind of blocking off time to do like nothing. And by nothing, it means like do all the things that creep up on you, like 3 wash loads, like a food shop, stopping and having a chat with people. So yeah, now it's a lot more relaxed and I actually quite enjoy doing the washing. When I'm not panicking that I'm missing something else, it's quite enjoyable. I cleaned my whole room yesterday, I hoovered it for like the first time in too long. It's a little bit rogue, but as dental students, we actually go in for like no lectures. All of our lectures are now online since COVID, but it works really well because it means you just can do it around your own schedule. So it's like 11:30 and I'm only just sitting down to do my first one now. I try to do all of my lectures on Monday to then free up time later in the week to do training, revision notes. But then we have, throughout the week, we have clinics, which are with patients. We have assisting time on clinics. In earlier years, you have teaching time in labs, but we're pretty much exclusively with patients now in 4th year. And you have tutorials, which come either separately or before clinics. So you might go in at 9 AM, have an hour's tutorial, and then have 2 or 3 hours with patients. So yeah, I've got 7 lectures this week. Done my peds lecture, which basically dentistry is also split into loads of different topics. So you've got paediatric, which is children, you've got prosthetics, which is like dentures, you've got endodontics, which is root canal, you've got restorative, which kind of encompasses them all, but it's a lot of like your fillings and your more aesthetic stuff, so composite build-ups and things. You've got indirect restorations as well, which is like crowns and bridges. You've also got oral surgery, which is extractions of teeth, and urgent dental care, which is almost like the A&E but for teeth. Just had a paediatrics lecture. I've now got 6 on radiology. So a massive part in dentistry is radiographs, because what you can see is only a tiny proportion of the problem. So a lot of tooth decay and stuff is between your teeth, and a lot of gum disease is to do with bone levels, and obviously you can't see that with your naked eye. So it's all about learning how to read radiographs correctly, to diagnose the treatment plan and things like that. I've converted to being an iPad kid. I did buy the iPad for like content reasons, because I enjoy like drawing on pictures and stuff, but now just downloading the PowerPoint and writing on the PowerPoint is so much quicker than writing out my own notes. And also I'm a handwritten note gal. For example, like these are my notes from previous years of, you know, teeth and all of human disease and all sorts. When it comes to revision, having to carry around all of those notebooks on buses and stuff to read and revise, not ideal. So I'm now putting it all in one place. It is beautiful outside, and I've done 2 lectures and they're really quite hard this week. So I don't want to waste a minute more of this nice weather sitting in my room. So I'm gonna go out for a bike ride. So I'm not actually training for any triathlons specifically at the moment. I'm training for a half marathon. I'm doing the Oxford half in 4 weeks with Runner. We're all going to run the Oxford half together, which will be really fun. But I'm also trying to upkeep a bit of bike fitness, but also bike is so good for zone 2 training. Like my heart rate's always pretty high with running, and the only way in my half Ironman training did I actually manage to get it down was by doing more cycling, because I'd be in like zone 2 more. Kind of just doing cycling for like aerobic fitness at the minute. Plus, it's just in weather like this, honestly, all I want to do is go, and like near Bristol you can get out onto like the farms and the countryside really quickly. I just want to be around the cows when it's like this. I actually adore cycling outfits. At the start they were the thing that would literally give me the ick, and now I'm like a fully fledged woman in lycra. Cycle outfit of the day is Universal Colours jersey. Got some Sirocco bib shorts on, Universal Colours socks, and Sirocco sunnies. These are so cool. I literally look like a bug, but look. So the thing about my ride from Bristol is the first 8.5 kilometres are literally all uphill. Gradual incline though. It makes you feel really unfit, even when you're doing like a pretty good job. I finish the climb and I always stop because there's a massive descent. Basically I'm just petrified of getting a puncture when I'm out by myself, so I always stop before I go down this descent to make sure I haven't got any, you know, slightly soft tyres. Because if I'm out there by the farms, then I'm absolutely stranded because Dom's on clinic as well, so no one can come pick me up. I'm also not setting any kind of pace goals. I just want to enjoy the rides whilst I'm in like triathlon off season. Ride through this gorgeous path in a park on my way home, but Lord, there is a hill within it, and it is literally the worst hill. Ooh, this is a bit of a bumpy road. It's always at the end of my ride because I have to climb it to go home, and it's painful. This is the reality. Getting home from, it was 1 hour 42, 37 kilometres, about 400 metres of elevation. Oh my god, I look a mess. I realised I really need because I was getting a bit of knee pain. I think my saddle was too low, my handlebar position is wrong. So I ride an 150 quid aluminium piece of, it's really hard to get any speed on it. And I don't want to pay to get a professional bike fit on a bike that I am refusing to believe I will be on for a while longer. But in actual fact, I've already had it for about a year now. They're just too expensive, like, and then what happens if you crash? And like, I just don't have that money to be, you know, throwing it down the drain. You know what, when you train on something like that, when you get on a carbon, it is gorgeous. I did my half Ironman, I hired a carbon bike. When I go home, I nick my dad's carbon bike. Yeah, I need to get bike fit. I need to put my saddle up because I get like knots under my shoulders and get knee pain, and it's not what you're meant to be getting. I have some electrolytes, and then I'm gonna put a roast chicken on and meal prep, and then Dominic is coming over. Dominic doesn't actually know that I'm doing YouTube. I haven't seen him in a couple of days, and honestly, he always says like, I leave you for like 3 hours and I'm doing a whole new project. So yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a shock for him. Actually said that his house are going to do a pub quiz, so might be going to the pub tonight. Oh, what do you win?
You get to put a sword in the pop-up pirate that's behind the bar. Serious shit going on.
Good glider. First time on that. Say hello. This is Dom, guys.
Everyone.
8:06. A typical day is up at 7:30. Today I've got a full day of assisting. We act as a nurse for other students so that we can all have, because when you're with a patient you need a nurse, but there aren't enough nurses to go around, so we get allocated days to kind of be the nurse. Yeah, we ended up being out quite late last night. I didn't drink, but we were at the pub, obviously doing the pub quiz, which was really fun. You have to make a paper aeroplane and throw it as far as you can, and if you throw it the furthest, you get a bottle of wine. A little bit tired, didn't have that much sleep, to be honest. It's sunny, so I'm happy, and hopefully I have a good day. Quick OOTD. Got a top on from Abercrombie & Fitch, and the back, oh, it's completely open back. I love it. And then some low-rise jorts from, I don't actually know where they're from, because they're from a vintage shop on Brick Lane, but they've got really cool. Oh yeah. So turns out I actually left my running trainers at home, so I'm off to train legs. What a result, because we actually finished really early today, so I have way more time this evening to just chill. Wednesday, and
Is it?
yeah,
I thought it was Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday.
I've been uni for approximately 45 minutes today in the middle of the day, which is really quite annoying. But we've got an update on sleep.
It's not that one.
I've been trying the magnesium, and Dom tried this last night. Which has ashwagandha in it. Yeah, this is the result.
Oh yeah.
99. Do you have any bedding as well?
Oh yeah, it's really nice.
I'm going for my run that I didn't do yesterday this morning. I'm gonna go to the gym and have a stretch first. And then, oh my god, and then I'm getting a new bike because last night I found one on Facebook Marketplace which is fully carbon and I'm getting it for 300 quid. So we're driving to get that in the early afternoon, which is exciting. Yeah, and then I'm actually going to get a professional bike fit after the other day. That won't be today. Say bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Morning routine of the Wordle. Holly wins. Oh yeah. Bit of an inappropriate word, but we then do the connection.
I don't want to talk about it.
We both did rubbish. We got one category.
I feel like we're really good at it
Normally, yeah, that's not an accurate representation. Normally we both get them all and we have a race, but not today. Reality today is I'm coming on my period. I'm really in quite a lot of pain. And I don't fancy going for a run right now. It was meant to be sunny this morning and I was going to romanticise a little morning run. I'm not a morning training person and I'm not here to force anything anymore. My discipline carried me through half Ironman training, but at the moment I'm just enjoying half marathon training. So yeah, I'm gonna do my lectures this morning instead so that I can stay in my pyjamas because it's what my body wants. My body just doesn't want to move. And then I'm gonna go to my lecture in person and we're gonna go and get the new bike, and then hopefully it's a bit sunnier and I feel a bit more energetic later and I'll do my run then. It is only an easy run. But yeah, I just don't want to force it. I want to keep my mindset a really good place with running. So yeah. I've done a lecture and a half. Oh, it's been about 2 hours, maybe? Look at the state of me. I'm actually going to get ready for the day now and head off to my lecture. We're off to get the bike.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I actually don't drive still, so I'm always passenger princess. So Dom's agreed to drive me like 40-50 minutes to go pick up the bike. It's a good egg. Actually collecting it from a circus. Bike has been acquired. Oh, she's so pretty. Hello. I am about to go for the run that I've put off for the last 2 days. I'm wearing a new Pure Sport top, which is pretty cool. It's like got loads of holes in it, so even though it's hot outside, I'm like, give it a go. You know those days you just don't want much skin out. So yeah, loving this. And then I've got the Free People Get Your Flirt On shorts, but folded over because the period, I don't want something compressing my stomach right now. I did just want to talk about loads of questions before, like when people are getting into triathlon, wanting to get a bike, don't know what they're looking for. So my first ever bike was an 150 quid aluminium bike off of Facebook Marketplace, secondhand. Firstly, when you're on Facebook Marketplace, be careful for like stolen bikes. So if the profile looks a bit dodgy and like the price is seeming a little bit too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. But I found my one today and it was a girl like my age. She was just going back, like flying home to Spain, so she was obviously trying to get rid of the bike like soon. And I know she lived on a circus, but she actually lived there with her boyfriend and they both worked there. So yeah, when I actually went to look at the bike, I don't have much bike knowledge, but my dad had like already had a look at the gear set, like the brakes and things like that. I'm sending him photos, so if you have anyone in your family that knows anything about bikes, I would ask them. I was there, I checked the brakes, I made sure the chain was running smoothly. I asked when it was most recently serviced. She was like, the only thing you might need to change is the brake pads, but that's only because I haven't changed them, but they don't look worn. And yeah, it seems really good. She did initially list it for like 475 quid, but then obviously had discounted it where she wanted to get rid of it quicker. And then I asked for her to discount it even further, and she was like, yeah, go for it. It's a fully carbon bike, and they're normally like 2k or more, which I just can't afford. So yeah, they're the main things I kind of look at. I don't know much about bikes, but if that makes you feel any better, I managed to get a nice one, even with knowing nothing about bikes. Lol at this angle, but these are the shoes I'm wearing, and I just wanted to show you how incredible this colour coordination is. If you get to know anything about me, it's I love colour coordination. So these are like the Rebel V4 from New Balance, and it's the new colourway, and it's like baby blue. Oh, I just love this an easy run. My heart rate has been like 165, and it feels okay until I got a huge stitch. So I've stopped at 5. I'm going to take the next 3 really chill. Oh my god, lordy me. So I started up again, and to be honest, I thought I'm only going to make it like another K with this stitch, but I just kind of carried on running. I managed to get to 2.25k, so literally 7.25, but the last kilometre was all uphill, like from 6.25 to 7.25, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I need to walk the last bit as a cool down. Today is my patient day. Got a big filling to do that could turn into a root canal. Excited to get back into the practical side of dentistry because I've done a lot of assisting since I've been back. But I'm seeing 3 of my own patients within like the next 5 days. So I've just got this like sweatshirt from Gander, which I love, with a pair of jeans from Bershka that are now too big for me. So I actually secure them with a shoelace. They're just such a nice fit that like I don't want to stop wearing them, but when I started triathlon training, inadvertently I lost quite a lot of the muscle, but also some of the fat that I'd gained when I was powerlifting. So yeah, making do. Hi, I've just done a root canal, which was really fun. I've got about 20 minutes for my lunch before I'm back assisting my clinical partner. Yeah, big smiles.
Plates, bowls.
Bowl please. I just came home from the gym.
Oh, it's not on me.
Not sure what today will end up as, but potentially a root canal, potentially a filling. A lot of the time you never really know, because if they come in with pain, your whole treatment plan kind of just gets like ski-whiffed. But yeah, it'll be fun. I've got a tutorial. So I've got a prosthetics tutorial, prosthetics patient, peds tutorial, peds patient, and then a 7.5 kilometre run. Big day. Okay, I've just finished. I feel like I'm always the last one out. Big old treatment plan, primary impressions, super scale, and 2 mini restorations, so loads in one appointment. So I'm very happy. It's 5:10. Had a panic because my stuff wasn't in the lab before the weekend, but hopefully it'll be fine. I still have notes to do from this morning. I can feel a massive knot coming up in my shoulder blade because I've just been so tense all day. I didn't get a lunch break. I was writing notes in that as well. I'm meant to be going for this run. I don't know if it's going to get done. I think it might just be too much for my brain right now, and I think I may break down and cry if I go for a run. But this is the reality of some days. Yeah. The run is definitely not happening, at least for now, because I told myself literally at the start of this video that I was going to be slowing down, and I've just spent 9.5 hours in the dental school treating patients, writing notes. It's 6 p.m, I've just left, and I didn't take a break at lunch. And yeah, maybe before I would have just kind of pushed through, but that was when I was training for the half Ironman, which I just genuinely didn't believe I could do without all that kind of training. But it's not something that I necessarily like. I don't need to go for this run. I still would have done 2 gyms, still would have done my cycle on Monday and all sorts. So I just think it's just unnecessary ag. And I'm training for the half marathon at the moment, but I mean, a PB would be nice, but it's not the end of the world, and I'm not willing to drive myself literally into the ground for it. So yeah, I would have still done 2 runs this week, even if I skip this one completely. But right now, all I'm dreaming of is literally to go home, have a shower, sit in front of the telly. I do still have to do my like clinical reflections for the day and stuff. And you know what? We had way too many meant to be's last year, and I said I wasn't going to have as many this year. Sacrifices have to be made, and if one is a PB, then so be it. My patients are more important, doing my notes correctly are more important. I also want to do a good job. I pride myself in doing a good job. So yeah, the run's just not a priority right now. Major positives today: put my first crown on a child, also started another patient on a denture case, did 2 little fillings, did so much, which is why there were so many notes and so many more treatment plans. But progress, I'm getting better every time. I'm getting more confident, I'm getting more comfortable, and at the end of the day, like, I'm making other people happy, which cliche as it is, that's my job. And you know what, it's been thunderstorms all day and the sun's now out, so isn't that saying something? Look like I have a quest. Going to see Juul, who does all my illustrations, and her boyfriend, and we're gonna go climbing, which will be fun. You don't even make it into the cut because you're so tall. I came on my period today. Not pregnant, high five.
Not pregnant. Oh, yeah.
Also, that means I reached a full cycle length, which when I was training for the half Ironman, I'd get to about day 19 or something and then have a period. And I think it was basically when my body couldn't cope with running my reproductive system whilst like training for the 70.3. So now this means that my body can handle my training load, I think. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but yeah, managed to reach full cycle, hopefully back to normal periods, hopefully never get 3 periods in 1 month, because that was a bit traumatic.
Worst month, like the longest month ever.
Just hormonal, like
week-long periods as well. Just...
Fingers crossed it's just 1 a month now. Going to get a coffee and a cake, except Dom actually just turned up to my house with a coffee and a brownie because it was really sweet, but then forgot we were going to a cafe. So we're going to double up on coffee and cake, and then
quite a tensing today as well.
Oh, it's a lot of caffeine going on. There's actually one thing that we didn't speak about. Dominic, he made M1s yesterday, which is basically the first team of basketball. He is president, but that...
It's just all nepotism is what I got picked to.
You have to still try out.
They had to take me, otherwise I would have just like disbanded the club, so...
No, he worked very hard and yeah, proud.
Who's for someone? I think last time I was here, oh no, it was over there, someone like... my phone.
Sunday morning run! We got dressed up for this morning. But it's 3.5k in, but my heart rate's really high and very sweaty. So I think I'm going to take the second half outside because it's now stopped torrential rain. But yeah, supposedly doing 6-minute Ks. She's supposedly doing 5:45, but I don't believe that. My watch is saying 5:45, but her watch is saying 2:45. She's actually Kipchoge on the treadmill next to me. Right, I'm going outside to do the rest. So I actually did it. I went outside and I did the last 5k in the rain and wind, and I preferred it. I had an average of 5:29, but supposedly 5:45 on the treadmill, but like, why that felt so hard on the treadmill, I don't know. But I'm really proud that I went and actually did it. The first 5k was 28:38 and the second was 27:27. And I'm really happy. I didn't do 12 because I'm actually doing a spin class now with my 4 housemates, which is going to be really fun. And I need to have, I guess, a wipe before I start that. But happy Sunday. 25 speed of power. Get too low. Moderate to be low. Yeah. Me?
Oh, no, I'm having my lunch.
Yeah.
We managed to get to Lidl within 10 minutes of it closing. Food shop acquired, and now, oops, that's not good.
Oh, hey.
Now we're going to the shopping centre to pick up some new pillows. Dom's gonna get an iPad because he's just so jealous of mine that like he needs his own one.
So I can secretly design you more t-shirts.
I like your bib. Guys, I forgot about my chicken.
Why am I just not household for? My God, it's not. All I did was just like, yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Mablify. Well, we're going to be supervising lemon.
Whose hob is this?
To Mablify. Today on the episode, we're going to be making lemon drizzle cake. So the first thing you want to do is get your whizzer all ready and baked.
It's ready.
And then get your butter. You just got to massage the butter, make sure that it's the same temperature as you. You got to put it under your armpit.
Deep is the cook of the family.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a meaty bit. You need to like...
Okay, here we go. Deep is the cook of the family. And then this is Mably's lunch!
You're gonna get slated online. I'm gonna get cyberbullied. Literally say you deserve it. Okay, this might...
Sit in the self-raising power. Everybody. Tell me you're a Bristol uni student without telling me you're a Bristol uni student. Dun, 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 dun. Yum. It's like feeding a family of 6. The entire cake. Gone.